Thanks for joining me. This is Danny, and welcome back to my FTB Omnia series, episode number 18. Today, I'm going to get started on a build that I'm pretty excited about. It is a rebuild of this village over here in medieval style. Probably going to tear down pretty much everything here. I might try to enhance some of the houses on the outskirts, but basically what I'm going to do is build kind of a main street. We're going to redo the well into a much nicer looking medieval well. And then I'm going to have a big cathedral over here, or some kind of a church of sorts. This is going to start today. This is probably going to be happening over the next couple of episodes because it's going to be a fairly large project. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put villagers here. All of our villagers are dead. And we must have had a siege at some point that I wasn't paying attention to. And we lost all our villagers, but that's okay. I can get some more. So we'll get some villagers in here once after I'm done building, so I don't have to sit there and listen to them while I'm building. And then we will have a thriving medieval village. 3.5 stacks of cables later, wireless transmitter, and I'm going to throw all 4 range upgrades in there. 48 block radius. So we must have one gap in the cables somewhere. And yes, I do know that I can use network transmitters and receivers. However, I would rather do it this way because I'm probably going to be doing stuff along the way too. Okay, there we go. But yay, we can access our stuff. Let's see how far. Okay, so throughout the whole village pretty much. Oh, now we can't. Okay, now we can. All right, yay. All right, so now I'm going to just start tearing this stuff up. To help with the demolition, I have a couple more upgrades. The range upgrade tier 3 for my mining gadget, so that way I can do everything from standing in one spot. I also did a battery upgrade, just the tier 1 for that. I actually want tier 3 with the range upgrade. Oh boy, now we need more power in there because our battery holds more power. So that'll just extend my time a little bit between times I have to come back here and charge my battery. I also made a destruction gadget. Warning, this tool avoids blocks. A lot of them. The destruction gadget also comes from the building gadgets mod, and it allows us to destroy lots and lots of blocks. So for instance, if we hit shift right click, we can select the range. We can do up to a 32. Actually, I think that would be a 33 by 33 up. Okay, let go of my mouse, man. And up to 16 blocks deep. So I'm not going to do that because that would be crazy right now. But let's do about a 11 by 11. And let's just go down 1. And I'll show you what this does. Basically, wait. Oh, I didn't confirm. Darn it. Don't forget to click confirm. 1. Confirm, right? There we go. So now it's going to show me all the blocks that it's going to break. And it just breaks them. And it voids them. So I'm just going to do this for blocks I don't care about. And actually, I want to get rid of this. I want to level that off pretty deep. So like we can go like that. And look at that. Oh, wait, it only did 1 because I forgot to, darn it. Forgot to confirm again. All right. So now if I do this, you can see it goes 3 deep. So you can make a huge, huge hole with this thing in just a single click. But you do lose all the blocks. So that's why I did the building gadget upgrade so that I can, if I want blocks that I'm destroying, I can still keep them. That's pretty freaking far. building number 1 is done. And also this little well. It's not a functional well, it's not an infinite water supply, but I wanted it to be small and to fit kind of nicely in here. So this is going to end up kind of being the town square for the villagers. Here's the cathedral. I did go with the yellow and white windows to kind of match the vanilla cathedral, just so that we have a little bit of a touch of vanilla village here. I'm using spruce roofs from MacLeod roofs, and we've got dark oak. We've got dark oak planky stuff, and then spruce, because the colors match really well, and those were kind of the 2 colors that I wanted to go with here. A lot of stone, as you can see, and oh, of course, I also did these paths too. It's slabs everywhere, but full blocks kind of on the edges. That's, I guess, kind of the sidewalks. And we're going to have buildings lining these roads, and they're going to be right next to each other. So it's going to have kind of that feel of a packed medieval town. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I'm thinking I might have wanted that a little higher than that. I think it would look better if it were a little higher, but maybe not. It's kind of just a cute little chapel. Oh, and I need to build quarters in the back here too. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet, so I'll do that next. But here is the interior, and of course we do have the brewing stands here so that we end up getting a couple of priests that we can potentially trade with. These are from decorative blocks, these seats, and then of course just vanilla stuff. And then also from decorative blocks, these stone pillars. And I think that's where the chains are coming from too. Yeah, decorative blocks. This little lectern is actually a desk from Mr. Crayfish Furniture Mod. I thought that looked pretty well as kind of like an old school like lectern, I guess you could call it. And then these are from MacLeod Furniture. A lot of spruce went into this, and dark oak too. I realized I have not even come in contact with a dark oak forest at all. I've seen no roof forests. I've had no dark oak at all. So I ended up making a dark oak sapling with Botania. And then I just put that in a bonsai tree pot, or a hopping bonsai pot. So now I've got, of course, now I'm buried in dark oak wood. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm almost out of time. I am out of time. I'm running later than I wanted to record because this whole thing, of course, took longer than I expected to, because they always do, of course. Oh, there's a big hole here still. I need to do something about that. I actually wanted to have a bell up here, but you can't craft a bell. There's no crafting recipe. So I don't know where we would get one of those other than this one, and I want that one in the well. But yeah, I would like to have a bell up in the tower and then maybe some kind of a light. In fact, actually, how would it look if I put torches on those? Let's try that once. It might be too much. I don't know. I don't really like it already. But we'll see what it looks like from down below. So the next thing I'm going to do is a facade of a building along the road there. And I'm just going to work on the facade today just so that we can kind of get a sense of what the town is going to look like. It's kind of interesting, I guess. I don't know. I think it might be too much. Tell me what you think. Should I keep them or should I get rid of them? I'm kind of leaning toward getting rid of them, but maybe you have a different opinion. So on Main Street here, I guess we can call this, I have 2 large builds planned and a bunch of smaller ones, and they're all going to be kind of connected. I want to have an inn, which is basically going to be like kind of a pub on the first floor, and then the second floor is going to be rooms with beds that the villagers can sleep in. And then I also want to have a large library, possibly over here. And then just a bunch of other small buildings for like the blacksmith and the weaponsmith and all those other things. And then, of course, we'll have the respective blocks in there. And then we're going to have a trail going off in this direction. And then I'm thinking I'm going to have like a huge farm over here. A huge field over here. That's where the farmer will go. And we'll have like a couple of compost things scattered throughout there so that the farmers can spawn or can, so they can become farmers. Right now, I'm going to start with just the facade for what's going to be the pub. And that's, I think I'm going to put it here. It's going to kind of wrap around this corner here. So there's our facade, and I'm going to continue building this building next time along with several others. We're also going to build a living quarters on the back of this. I have to figure out how I'm going to design it so that it doesn't cover the stained glass windows. Maybe we'll have like 2. I don't know. I'm going to give that some thought. And they'll have other doors to go out back there too. So this is kind of an idea of what a lot of the buildings are going to look like. I'm going to try to do some variety too so that they don't all look the same with the same palette and everything, but this is kind of the style that I'm going for. And then this is going to wrap around. There might be a door over here too. I might want to have multiple doors. Like double doors might be a good idea for efficiency's sake, because otherwise villagers, if there's a lot in there, they're going to be fighting each other to open the doors. But I think it looks better with a single door. Like it just seems to fit kind of the medieval style a little bit better. If you can kind of imagine, like just kind of pretend that the streets are lined up with things like these, and we're looking down at what that looks like. So it should be actually a fairly immersive build, I think. You know, when we're in there, we're going to kind of feel like we're in a place. And there's going to be villagers all over the place driving us crazy, but other than that, it should be pretty fun. Oh, and by the way, I have been making a lot of use of the trowel from the WTBW tools mod. This is similar to the cork trowel, basically. It'll place any blocks that you have in your hotbar randomly. So that's how I did like the paths and stuff. I might actually go back and kind of patch it up a little bit so that it doesn't look quite as random. I don't know. You know what? I think it actually looks pretty good. And what I've found, a trick that I found is that, like for this build, I wanted it mostly to be bricks with a few cracked bricks here and there. So what I did is, actually, this is just kind of my building supplies chest. So what I did is I took my stone bricks and I like spread them out between 3 stacks, and then I had like my cracked stone bricks like that. So that way it would have 3 times as likely to place a stone brick as it is to place a cracked stone brick. So that's how I ended up with more stone bricks there. I'm actually pretty excited about this. I think this is going to be pretty cool when we're done with it. And it's going to feel alive and everything with all the villagers and everything. So I hope you join me for the continued building of this. And if you do have any questions or comments or ideas or whatever, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And of course, if you did enjoy this, don't forget to click the like button and join me next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.